Oh my god, there it is. There it is.
I don't know about this one.
There it is. Dude, this is making me think it's Gunner IO, man. This is exactly what I'm feeling.
Just let me end this night easy, Zoomers. Come on. I can.
Dude, you just don't know with these guys, man. Like every draft is just. It's a big question mark right in the center of the screen. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Better not be what I saw last time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Tons of reserve time here for the Radiant to respond to this one. Again, they have very solid opening so far. They run position 1 this game, though. I feel like Ursa wouldn't have been terrible for them. They banned it out. They take AA.
What a pick. That's such a good pick.
Yep. I mean, your 5 is available. We saw we saw Beast Coast try to run this into position 3. It was awful.
Zoomers ran into position 3 and won with it. Maybe not in this tournament. In a recent tournament, 4 Zoomers picked it Monkeys Forever AA, and they won with it in a really good AA game. So maybe it has some merit, but it's definitely not a core AA.
Yeah. I like it with the Kunkka, and I like it with the Axe. Again, you have that setup. You're able to land these Ice Blasts. It's super good against both the IO and the Abaddon. And it's a natural counter to the IO as well, of course. We've seen early in this tournament and in Omega League, and I was watching in Europe, every time a Wisp would get drafted, an AA was banned either before it or after. Just no room to contest what it's able to do.
Yep. So Kunkka pick, I really like. I'm not surprised they ban out the Monkey King just because it is so good against the Kunkka, but when you I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? We're good. Not sneezing.
Not sneezing.
Not sneezing yet. Gonna happen. It's gonna sneak up on me in the middle of a team fight. But I was gonna say with the Ancient Apparition, Monkey King doesn't feel all that strong, even against an Axe too, right? Like it's not a good Monkey King game, but that just shows that Infinity really favors giving Kunkka a good lane here.
Yeah, that's right. They don't want to give that up. I'm not sure what your answer is for Zoomers. You have such a good run at you lineup at the moment. Your Vengeful Spirit it's all right, but you're gonna have to pick something that combos out really well with it, though, like a Drow Ranger or a Medusa. That would round this out. I think like Medusa is really their only way to win this game, and even then, it's not that amazing. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't ban out Medusa. I take it back. Medusa's amazing here for Zoomers. If they don't ban it out, they lose.
Look at the Slark ban, though. It was a game in which, maybe someone would have picked. It's actually a pretty sick Slark game if you're the side of Infinity, right? Like it is a hard counter to the Centaur War Runner in lane. Abaddon's just free stacks. There's the Anti-Mage. Okay.
Yeah, that will stop a Medusa pick in its tracks. So I take back what I said about Forza, which is winning if they pick up the Medusa. I still think it's okay. It is very dangerous running it into the Anti-Mage, of course. You become sort of like a bomb that's going to explode on the rest of your team.
Yeah. So what do you pick here? You got to pick something that not only counters the Axe, but gives you a decent core matchup, because Centaur Warrunner in that lane, the thing you do really is you just go double edge, right? It has 0 mana cost, does it not?
That is correct. It costs your HP, not your mana.
So I think it's not a terrible matchup for the Centaur. You just constantly double edge the Anti-Mage, and eventually you can win.
Yeah, and of course it's something he doesn't really counterspell, because if he counterspells it just does the exact same thing.
You're like, oh, joke's on you. I'm gonna double edge you this time.
They pick up Sammy Boy here, which makes the Vengeful Spirit pick kind of bad. You can swap your core out of that Axe Berserker call, which is nice. But I really think they were planning on picking Medusa. In fact, they had all in on it, and I don't like it. It is Gunner IO. Oh no.
Yeah, Gunner IO. I mean, it had to be, right? Based on what we saw, it's like they're either picking the mid lane here, or they're running like a core Venge. Like this was, yeah. I mean, what else do you have? You see the Husky, you see the Abaddon Vengeful Spirit. So to me, it looked like a Gunner IO. And he's going to be going mid against Mr. Jeans on the Kunkka. Unless they decide to put... Actually, you could put Troll there. Couldn't you? Could you not put Troll in the mid lane and send IO safe lane against the Axe?
You could. It's all right against the Kunkka mid. Again, you're able to trade with him. All right. You can spam those whirling axes as he walks in the creep wave to try and get that Tidebringer off. It's a possibility. In fact, they might do that here. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
Might be the move that they pull. We've seen them do wilder stuff. We've seen them go for like 1 IO and 5 Abaddon, for example.
Yeah.
And they've done it again.
Yeah, this is... You never really know with these guys, man. Like, they always do the craziest stuff. I honestly would expect them to put IO with Abaddon in lane because of how good Curse of Avernus is when you have an IO tethered to you. And you just run at the Axe. I feel like that's just what they're going to do. Or if they find Phoenix out without a dive, like, it's just a free hero.
Yeah. Phoenix without a dive is a free hero. Be able to I guess swap the Axe back into your side of the team could be an easy kill as well. But Pain's lineup is just too good compared to.
Yeah, it is a really good draft from Pain. I do like
Sorry,
it.
not Pain, Infinity.
Or yeah. Sorry, yeah. There's one person with the
Mandy.
name Pain.
Yeah. It's getting late. Sorry, everybody. Need to focus up. Got one more game. Infinity. Can they tie up the series 1-1 like they've done so many other times?
I mean, this is a big game for Zoomers too, right? Because they kind of struggled in some of their early games, got 2-0'd by 2 different series, and split another. So they do not have a lot of wins under their belt. So getting a 2-0 is pretty important for them here today. That being said, Infinity, like you said, tied off a lot of their series. So it's a big game for both teams. Like, as far as standings wise, I think this is kind of a split for top 4.
Yeah. We're pretty late in the group stage at this point. And let me pull up these standings real quick. 4Zoom is actually doing pretty bad this tournament. 3-5 is their overall record prior to the last game that they got a win. It hasn't counted that yet. And Infinity, yeah. I mean, they're tied every series, but they're so. How come Crazy, who is 5-5, gets to be 5th, and you're 4-6 so far, Infinity, and you're 8th? That's wild. That's not right.
I think losses are weighted pretty heavily. I don't know. The point systems, I don't quite understand them, but
I think wins are just worth tons. That's gonna be it.
Yeah. Also, 2-0s, I think, are worth quite a bit too. If you get a 2-0.
Those who bear witness will not soon.
Gunner tried to make a play there to go and steal that bounty rune, but Prada close enough just to deny it, and there's going to be IO in the safe lane with the Abaddon, and we're going to see Troll Warlord in the mid versus Kunkka. This lane, I mean, I feel like on paper, you're like, okay, it can't be that bad for Troll, but Kunkka is such a strong lane hero.
Yeah. He is a very strong lane hero, but Troll is somebody he's not able to lane that well against. Once you have a couple of reverse stacks, you're just able to click him down. Mr. Gene's suddenly not going to want to really... you have to think very hard whether or not it's worth it for him to approach the lane to get the Tidebringer off. And, of course, the whirling axes causing him to miss attacks as he approaches. Once he gets his melee form, is very scary.
Yeah. So, do you think you kind of skip the Berserkers? Oh, Sabo accidentally just blew his TP trying to plant a tree. Oh, no. Unfortunate. He can blame the... I'm sure he's blaming the pause for that one. 100%.
It's got to be the pause's fault. Sammy Boy, I don't think, would ever make a mistake.
Bottom lane, anti-mage taking some heavy harassment from Mandy here. Or from Monkeys Forever.
My thanks to thee.
Does go for that hoof stomp level 1. He has magic or Wave of Terror on Ocean. Okay, he does go Berserker's Rage. I was curious if he goes Berserker's Rage or just for Fervor. Top lane, Husky and Gunner only level 1, so they can't really play too aggressively up on Raykill. Benjaz just trying to lane cut at this point. He did pick off that medium or the small camp as well off to the side. I mean, Benjaz is... They can't slow him down. He's going to get really farmed. He gets a level 2, and now this is a lane that's going to favor off the side of Infinity.
Off to go, no points, battle hunger, like you said.
Yeah. And there's the level 2 from Husky. There's the dive away as expected. That's just what we're going to see in that lane. Now Phoenix does have to be careful as that's on a pretty long cooldown. What's going on bottom here? Ocean, just Wave of Terror and this Blightstone doing a lot of harassment damage. We see Monkeys Forever just trying to trade in lane with Amandi. Still trying to keep my eyes on mid, but it's fairly even.
It will be at first, but rather than like as the lane goes along, even them being able to harass the enemy out of Mr. Jeans, it's going to go the other way. Troll's going to be able to harass this Kunkka out as the lane goes on. Too many points of whirling axes, the Fervor, sorry, and of course once he's level 3 and he has each 1 point in each ability, he can deal with Kunkka fairly easily.
So we're going to see Monkeys Forever. I don't really know what he's going to go for his first item here. Maybe just a Hood of Defiance. This game is pretty value. Samuel is just beating Mr. Jeans. 7 Fury's Fervor stacks right now. 8. Top lane. I mean, this lane is not. This is not where lanes normally are supposed to meet. For those of you new to Dota.
Anyone tuning into Dota 2 for the first time, usually it's past this tower here, but they've decided to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Classic axe lanes, am I right?
Yeah.
Bottom lane Monkey's super low, taking a lot of harassment damage, but out of mana, so not really at risk of dying.
Just to sit kind of far back. You don't have the overvenom on this anti-mage.
This is such a bizarre, like this top lane is just so bizarre. I mean, the thing is Io has 11 CS because he's just been constantly trying to deal with this cutting wave of the axe, and I really do worry about this. Benjaz is going to be incredibly farmed on this hero because they can't slow him down. Like, they don't really have kill potential onto him.
No, they don't. Sending out Chainmail and 3 Tangos now, just to make sure the HP stays topped up, and the extra armor is going to help them a lot because the only real harass right here is just the right clicks.
4-minute rune, and it's going to be top and illusion rune. Okay. Mr. Jeans. I mean, neither of these guys go bottle, but either way, the illusion rune is still a decent chunk of damage. It's almost the equivalent of a DD.
No, almost. It really depends on what you do with it. The dispel factor when you bottle is nice. Ooh, Ocean dropping pretty low. Probably can't finish him off because Chilling Touch still on cooldown.
Husky actually doing quite a bit of damage to the axe in the top lane. Does have an aphotic shield, and that's it. I was like, counter helix is gonna kill himself, and Husky finds that kill tether up from Io. He dove in for this. He might go down. Ray kill may have just bit off more than he could chew underneath the creep wave here. Might be able to survive. Gunner and just back off and respect the Phoenix.
Yeah,
Do you chase after him? He's got spirits in 1. Yeah, there you go. 2. There it is. Gunner, well done. Gets himself a double kill. Not a double kill, but finds a second kill rather in the top lane. Benjaz gonna find the bounty runes though. Pinging out on the bottom lane. Monkeys Forever cut off by Mandy. Prada rotates over. Cold Feet and that Chilling Touch. Is it enough? Mandy's not gonna be able to close the gap. He's able to just walk away. Gets a salve from the boys. Some tangos. Back again top lane. Husky just running at the axe, but as you mentioned with these boots and chainmail, it's not as easy. He just battle hungers himself and walks away. I mean, if they get a TP here, they can kill this axe. The question is, you'd have to TP the Venge, and I don't know if you want to do that. Oh, he has no TP anyway, so. Husky's got to be careful. That has a lot of counter helix procs.
Yeah, a double creep wave on him. Husky's strength here is able to deal with this a little bit easier. 29 strength, 780.
Look at the rotation, though, from the mid lane. Mr. Jeans with Ray kill looking for Gunner. You will see them now. He is super afraid. The ward does scout them, but there's nothing for him to tether to. The X comes out, the boat and the torrent right on the mark, and Mr. Jeans will find the first kill on that IO.
That had to have been like a 200 IQ play. The reason why there was nothing to tether to is because Benjaz earlier pulled that double creep wave back over here.
Yep.
If he hadn't done that, it definitely would have had something. He didn't have the Abaddon either, so that was a very well executed gank onto the IO.
Yeah, they're just thinking so far ahead, right?
Dyer's top tower
I'm not
is
sure it was
under attack.
intentional or not. That is, if that was intentional, that is wild that they thought that far ahead.
They're like, hey guys, IO is stuck here, you know, can't really go anywhere.
Like, okay, Kunkka's coming. We can gank this guy. We can't tether, or we can't kill him because either the Abaddon is going to be nearby, or he's going to be able to tether to a creep wave. What if we took care of both of those problems at once?
Gunner's level 6, surprisingly. I guess he's just been sitting solo in the lane here underneath the tower. Benjaz about to hit his. Actually, not quite. Pretty far off still. But I mean, CS-wise, Kunkka, top of the charts, kind of as we expected. Maybe Troll Warlord slow, somewhat close behind him. Queuing up those phase boots, should have those pretty soon.
I mean, compare what you got to what the enemy team
Oh my
got.
gosh, Mandy just taking so much damage to the bottom lane. Doesn't get the counter spell off to block that magic missile. They just chain those stuns. That level 3 double edge is no joke.
Yeah. You can try to put points into your counter spell to negate some of the damage, but it only scales like 10% per level, so it's not going to do a whole lot, unfortunately. Better off just getting a little bit of extra HP regen. But Kunkka did come down here and take out Ocean. Here comes Mandy.
Nice rotation. Good call. I mean, net worth wise, Mr. Jean's absolutely top of the charts. Almost 4,000, followed by Anti-Mage. Gunner now has his Helm of the Dominator creeped and is just going to run at you, right? 450 movement speed. It's the Tomato Boy. So this is kind of like a huge power spike for IO, right? Like you just get yourself a lot more mobility. You don't have to worry about that creep wave being cut. You also have a little bit of kill potential with that Thunderclap as well. So
Makes things much easier for him. They still don't have tons of... they still have to worry about the Axe, though. He has a lot of movement speed himself. Of course, it's hard for him to bring down this Hellbear Smasher. They don't really have anybody who can deal with the creep, so he gets to move around like he's got like boots of travel or something.
yeah.
They can't press him. Once he has his Blink Dagger, he'd be able to get on top of him and blow him up, and the creep is just like one more unit for him to spin off of. But till then...
I say, what is he going? It looks like he is just gonna rush the Blink Dagger because he's got some tangos coming out. It looks like, but saving up some money. No item queued up for like a Hood of Defiance or anything, and I kind of like just rushing the Blink Dagger this game. It gives them a lot of kill potential with a combination of Ancient Apparition, Kunkka as well. Just lots of different forms of setup to follow up this Blink call. There's not really a save other than relocate, right? I guess you have Venge swap too, so they have a couple different options.
There's some things, but again, you're forcing this core IO. You had to get Wiz because you couldn't take Medusa. I really think that Infinity had the upper hand on this game. I was just saying, you compare the two position ones. You got the IO with 3.5k net worth, or you have the Anti-Mage with 4k net worth. Like, one of these heroes is not like the other.
Are you trying to tell me one of these heroes farms really, really, really fast?
Yeah, one of these heroes has a hard, or should have a harder laning phase, but a way better late game. The opposite has happened, unfortunately. Yeah. The weird way that Axe has been playing.
Jesus, Ocean is just slapping Prada. Gotta be careful though as Mandy rotates on over. Blink available, but with the dive, they commit the Stampede. There's gonna be a nice Sunray, but Ocean, can he survive this Blink forward? Not enough damage from the Sunray. We'll grab that Bounty Rune, and honestly, as far as Ocean, I think that's really all he wanted. Forces a 3-man rotation bottom. They do get the Stampede out of it, which is a pretty big spell. Mid tier 1 tower, a new catapult might open up this tower for the side of Infinity. Husky and Saberboy has rotated down here. The X, Husky should be close enough by to try and purge this off. A blast off the mark as a result. Well done there by Husky. Timed it perfectly just to make sure Saberboy cannot get brought down.
Radiant's bottom tower is in
Can you shatter in battle trance?
God, no and yes. You shatter after your battle trance ends.
dire
But you, I was like, you can't gain health, but you don't shatter.
Yeah.
fortified their structures.
But Axe can Culling Blade you regardless, because that thing is, yeah, it doesn't care. Bottom lane, tier 1 tower will get brought down. Gunner with that rotation does have his Wild Wing Ripper, giving everyone around him that bonus 3 armor. Does help out quite a bit for pushing. Kunkka now level 10, geez, 11. Gets his level 10 talent, that plus 30, going for the Halberd. which is just such a great item against the Troll Warlord, right? Every time you see Troll Warlord in a game, multiple halberds just seem to be the answer to deal with this hero.
Yeah, again, he can't do anything when he's in his battle trance, so of course, you halberd him, he just kind of sits there and stares at people like he's some sort of creepy looking guy.
Yeah, he just puts his hands in the air and he's like, guys, we're good here, don't mind me.
Yeah.
The radiant scan, eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
Mask of Madness, speed up his farm. I think Mask of Madness is just so much better of a farming item than the Hand of Midas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it gets nerfed in this next patch again. Ooh. IO.
Ooh, so much trouble. I'm assuming AA Blast was committed.
Yep.
Yeah, they get that kill pretty easily. And this is just the hard counter to this core IO, right? Like, you have Kunkka, who just has plenty of catch and easy setups here for the Ancient Apparition. And you're playing an IO, who's a hero that heavily relies on this type of regen and sustain. It's not an easy scenario to be in if you're a gunner.
Mm-hmm. That's why in almost every other game we've seen where the IO is picked, either the ban prior to it or the ban that comes right after AA is picked. So nobody ever lets them have the AA when they pick up the IO. It's only like a couple of matches where it's happened, and it's almost always lost when it's up against the AA. There's a couple times that it hasn't. But,
yeah.
Why make your game that difficult?
So Monkeys unfortunately left Mr. Jeans hanging in the mid lane. Tried to go for a high five, but doesn't get it back. Unfortunate.
But these two were on first name basis.
I know.
Very sad.
Mr. Jeans is so farmed, 7,000 net worth. Troll Warlord manages to pull ahead of the Anti-Mage, but I mean that's only temporary because Anti-Mage is 30 gold off of this Battle Fury. Top lane, Axe chasing after Ocean. The Ancient Apparition Ice Blast does connect Sunray. Oh, I mean, can he actually survive this? Starting to pull away, barely. But there's the Culling Blade on the mark. Axe will bring him down.
Blink Daggers to make things much harder for them, and again, IO has to sit so far back when he's always going to be beside his creep now. Axe is always going to have multiple targets to hit with his Berserker Call, so more spins, and of course it's going to set up AA Blast.
There's the smoke. They want to use this Blink Dagger. If they could find Monkeys Forever, it's such a sick kill. Looks like that should be easy. The Blink Call, the AA Blast to follow it up. Even the boat. Monkeys Forever just melts in the mid lane, and Tier 1 tower mid in some trouble. Ocean just TPs right into the face here. A nice dive from Raykill, an immediate egg. Can they bring it down though is the question. Husky falling low, pops his ultimate. One more auto attack. He does get it, but you've lost the Vengeful Spirit. Phoenix obviously not going to come back. Everyone needs to find a kill here on Mr. Jeans. A really important kill. A nice stun comes out from that Centaur Conqueror, but Benjaz, a 3-man call on the back line. Husky almost goes down, but a sacrificial play from the Axe to save the Kunkka.
Yeah, it's a bit too far forward. Again, he did manage to grab that Vengeful Spirit, but at this point, any kill for kill against the team of Infinity here, they're happy to take on 4 Zoomers.
Yeah, this Tier 1 tower mid, I mean, you've got Sandboy full Fervor stacks, Mask of Madness, and an IO. Look at this, man. Just destroying this tower.
A lot of attack speed.
Yeah, IO actually queues up a halberd of his own, which is pretty nice. Obviously pretty good at dealing with the Anti-Mage, but I don't think Anti-Mage really cares about fighting anytime soon. Can't help against the Kunkka as well.
The self HP regen amp helps a lot as well. Of course, you're regening your allies more as well when you're tethered to them.
That's a good point, yeah.
Got 35 damage talent on IO now as well.
Monkeys Forever, Blink Call bottom lane into the AA Blast. He does pop the Stampede, the Hoof Stomp, but the X pullback from Mr. Jeans gets himself another kill in the bottom lane, and this is just Zoomers, not really respecting the damage and the catch potential of the side of Infinity, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they go from here. Again, once Anti-Mage is online and really ready to participate in these fights, they've just lost. You got Sanjay and Yasha queued up right now. I don't like that. It was better a little while ago prior to the Heaven's Halberd recipe being added, because I think it was God King in China who made this build popular. You just go SNY on every hero and eventually or like the heroes that you wouldn't go SNY on, he'd go straight Heaven's Halberd. But just disassemble the SNY, make the Manta style, make the Heaven's Halberd, and take the fight to the enemy. I think that's what he's planning on doing right now. Yeah, AM.
I mean, I have to imagine, too. That would make the most sense, right?
Yeah, he's got it queued up now. The Heaven's Halberd completion. I'm not even sure you bother going for the Sanj and Yasha, though. The Manta is just so important.
Another blink call bottom, man. It is one after another. They tip monkeys forever. Dude, this just has to feel so bad if you're the Centaur right now. Every time he has shown up in lane, they are just waiting on Kunkka and Axe and Ancient Apparition. Anyone showing lane just gets absolutely punished.
Oh man, take the tower is pretty slow right now. though. They don't have the anti-mage, of course. Speaking of him, he TP's out down to his tier 2 tower in the mid lane as Io tries to chase him. The Centaur isn't able to find him in the trees and get the War Stomp off in time. Go for Roshan right now. I'm not sure if they realize they're doing it. They take it very fast.
Ocean just kind of baiting out bottom lane. Will get brought down. Coiling Blade from Benjaz to secure it. Phoenix here going to try and scout it out. And Samboy, I mean, he's got 12 Fervor Stacks and this Mask of Madness, so he does still attack pretty darn fast. As long as he's not getting bashed up, they should be able to bring it down. Looks like Infinity not close enough. Ooh, that dive was so close. Samboy actually stopped auto attacking as soon as that dive came out because he knew it was some snatch potential there.
Yep. Well played by him. Unfortunately, you know, that Fire Spirits, which is normally going to discourage the enemy from Roshan, isn't going to do a whole lot when you have that kind of attack speed.
Yeah. It almost just doesn't even look like he's being slowed. Ooh, that is a halberd that just gets denied right there.
This courier kill, that's going to slow them down quite a bit. I'm not sure they'll really want to come online and fight in the next 2 minutes while that courier is dead.
Everybody's looking for Mandy. He really is. I mean, Troll Warlord can fight into the anti-mage pretty well if he catches him, right? You get a net, you just pop that battle trance and try and bring him down as fast as possible. Now that since he doesn't have Manta, right?
Yeah, you just commit Whirling Axes as quickly as possible in Berserker Ridge, and you know, pray that the net stays on him.
Yeah.
Which it usually does.
Yeah, when you have that much attack speed, it usually happens.
All right, they
smoked up from Zoomers.
Mandy.
Oh, they're gonna find him, but just immediate blinked out. Monkey's Forever does have a blink dagger himself, but there's no vision, no way to chase down on top of him. And top lane tier 2 tower slowly being whittled down here by the supports, and Mr. Jeans and Benjaz somewhat close by. I mean, Zoomers really need to find a fight if they want to get back into this game, I feel like. It looks like they're going to run right into it as Gunner gets found out by Mr. Jeans. The AA Blast comes on through. A nice save, but there's the Phoenix Egg right up on the high ground. They've got to disengage. Stampede comes out. Monkeys Forever managed to, I guess, skirt on right by, but the AA Blast still ticking them down. Raykill's just stuck on the high ground.
When he's not stuck, he's got dive. He can leave anytime he wants. He just doesn't want to right now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He's going to go ahead and just kill Ocean really quick. I mean, he almost survives thanks to Tranquil Boots, but it's not going to happen. Mr. Jeans now on retreat. Troll Warlord gonna try and get these slows. If he gets a net here, easy, nice blink. War Stomp here comes out from Monkeys Forever. He will trade 1 for 1.
I mean, that's a trade you're happy with taking on 4 Zoom. This is the Vengeful Spirit for that Kunkka, who's second on the net worth.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they almost had a really good fight there on the side of Infinity. A nice swap out from the Vengeful Spirit actually saves Gunners. He was definitely dead. Mandy is gonna get found here by Monkeys Forever. A nice blink away, but he doesn't have mana for the Hoof Stomp anyway. Well, yeah, I guess he has the wand, but
about going on Monkeys Forever. If you can just burn up his mana, he's doing all right, but he's got 2 mangoes, magic stick with 20 charges. He could just turn around if he had somebody rotated and kill him with the Hoof Stomp.
Yeah. Essence Ring for Troll Warlord. I'm assuming they put that. I mean, I think that could go on Centaur and be a very value item because it doesn't work on Io like it used to. So Centaur could really use that 2.5 mana regen.
Yeah, it's not a heal anymore. It's like an HP increase.
Yeah.
So I think it works through like AA ult now or something.
It does. It does work through AA ult. It's not considered a heal.
Yeah. It's Dota 2 sure is a video game.
Sure is a video game.
they nerf it to make it you know, worse on Wisp, but then it's buffed to be better against Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like which edge case is worse, and I think the scenario in which if you get it on an IO in a game, it was just way too strong.
Yeah.
It was like better than most tier 3 or tier 4 items in the game if
Yeah.
you just get it on an IO. Alright, tier 2 bottom lane, being pressured. Sandboy still has his Aegis, but gonna expire in about 1 minute here. A-Blast comes bottom, is gonna go ahead and connect onto the 2, and I think this is a sign to disengage off that tower now. Mid lane tier 2 being pressured by Mandy, almost as the Manta.
He needs it pretty badly before he can go fight the enemy. There's a couple things that can catch him out. Again, he has to worry about getting put out by the net on the Troll Warlord, being jumped on by the Abaddon and mealeed up, or at least onto the hoof stomp. Of course, the Curse of Abneth being able to silence him for 5 seconds.
Yeah, great ability
4.5.
there. This, I'll be honest, this game was looking like a real big snowball for Infinity here, but the more and more I see Troll Warlord, he is really scary. Like, this Troll Warlord is going to be doing a lot of damage in these fights, and he's got, you know, this BKB looking for a Monkey King bar next. I mean, unless they full combo him, and if he just gets an ultimate off and is able to just sit on top of one of these cores, I don't know how they actually survive.
The Heaven's Halberd is going to do a major part. This 10-second BKB is going to be an issue, but after that, I definitely think he falls off and he's not really going to be able to contribute as much as his anti-mage is. And
yeah, Axe also, with this blink call, he does have Blade Mail as well. Sandboy mid lane, Aegis has been expired, so he does need to be careful. A-Blast comes out, the swap up onto the high ground. Vengeful Spirit will tank the gank, but in comes Sandboy, pops the BKB, and a nice pause. I mean, you're ready to go if you're Zoomers. Look at Monkeys Forever. He's got an itchy finger. 2 seconds on this blink Stampede available. And boy, are the side of Infinity grouped up for this.
Yeah.
You do have an egg. You do have an egg from Phoenix, which is a big deterrent here, but Troll Warlord, I feel, has no problem going for it.
The egg?
Yeah.
Well, he can't switch targets in these fights anymore. Remember, your hero is uncontrollable now, and you do have 2 Heaven's Halberds here.
Well, he's not battle tranced right now. He is just BKB Mask of Madness. So if you go for this egg, it is dead.
You BKB Mask of Madness, but you're also disarmed right now.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess he got the halberd on just in time. You are correct.
Mm-hmm. Oh
man. Yeah, this will be an interesting restart to this fight. Both teams probably throwing out all of the numbers. What is that? You know, I'm just picturing Zach Galifianakis in, what is that movie? You know the movie where all the numbers fly. It's the meme where all the numbers and stuff go by his head.
Hangover?
Hangover. Thank you. That's what I'm picturing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, each captain of the team just running all the numbers as fast as possible.
I think regardless of what happens here, Monkeys Forever, he gets this blink off in 2 seconds and jumps on the back line, this Phoenix and the Ancient Apparition. You need to stop them from getting off anything more in this team fight.
Yeah.
If you can make it so it's just Mandy in the front line and Axe, I think you can control them up and heal your allies up enough, because you have Heaven's Halberd on Wisp too. He's just going to be able to disarm this anti-mage here. Going to be wildly close.
Oh, weird. He was DC'd. I didn't even see him DC'd on my screen. That was weird.
That's Mr. Jeans DC.
The unpause. There's the Stampede. They're ready to go. And nice Yules comes out from Raykill. And Mr. Jeans separated from the rest of his team. Raykill has no dive now. Monkey's Forever still looking for the blink call. Or the blink stop. He gets 2 and a nice egg on the back line. But it's going to get brought down regardless. They've got it. A nice call, but it's short-lived. 3 heroes dead. A Mana Void comes out. They bring down the Vengeful Spirit. But Mandy, if he gets rooted here, he's in so much trouble. The attack speed, he's got him the bash. Prada has to run for his life, but this is just an AA versus the boys, and a couple auto attacks there from Troll Warlord. This is honestly exactly how I expected this fight to go.
That felt super weird to me from Infinity there. I don't know. They didn't commit to the fight right away. The Axe, I'm gonna have to. I wish I could look again. If you had Berserker's Call available there the entire time the Phoenix was egging but didn't use it, I think maybe he was trying to hold it to the last second or something, but you get nothing if you do that.
Yeah.
All you got was your team wipe and losing your Barak. You lose everything when you fight on this side of the map and lose. Suddenly 4 Zoomers running away with it for just that.
Yeah, I think what it was is Monkey's got that Blink War Stomp onto 2 right, and Troll Warlord I think was still just attacking the axe. He didn't switch targets to the egg, and he has a basher, so he might have just perma bashed the axe the whole time.
Yeah, and of course you'd still
Blink call from 2A, blast to come in, and it's gonna be able to connect both as well. Sammy Boy, as well as Monkeys Forever and Ocean all shatter immediately, staying way too long. A Yules to cancel the TP there from Husky Gunner. Might be able to get away, but Abaddon not going to be as lucky. Oh, I hear the, oh, he's going for the BKB TP. He has to. Where's Husky back here? I mean, he's just a boy running after a Phoenix. Another call comes out from Benjaz, though, and Mr. Jeans will find it. 4 kills for the side of Infinity, showing some life here in this game. I mean, this was just such a greedy hold here. I feel like Zoomers going for this next lane of racks was just so unnecessary.
You know, it looked good, but it's all about those axe calls. If you can set up a good one, again, you're under the AA blast, you're under the torrent, you're under the boat. You can't fight the enemies like that. You need a good initiation when you have vision of the enemies. You can't let this axe get on top of you. And that's what went so right for them over here. The axe just didn't get the call when the Phoenix egg was there. The Centaur was allowed to run past the back line over here. I feel like even if you would just pop the Phoenix egg right here, Monkeys Forever didn't have his pipe active as he ran in, so his Blink Dagger would have gotten disabled, and I think they would have been fine, all things considered.
It would have been a much better fight than what we previously saw, for sure.
Yeah, it looked like they gamed themselves by trying to run over here and then take the fight. It was just so awkward.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I mean, Zoomers, at the end of the day, I mean, they got an entire lane of barracks after that team fight. So they've got to be pretty happy, despite that kind of big throw on the high ground, is they finally had taken back the net worth for, what, maybe a half a second, and then chucked it back the other way, 5,000 in favor of Infinity. But Roshan number 2 is up. Radiant will scout it with the Phoenix Courier there. Ward sentries getting placed immediately from Husky. Oh, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Kunkka gets himself an Aghanim Scepter. This ability might be the most chaotic thing in Dota 2, I feel like. Torrent Storm is just everywhere. And I'm assuming will go for the Torrent AoE at 20. When you go the Aghanim Scepter, I feel like you absolutely have to.
I mean, he's gotten the Torrent damage. It makes sense that he's going to commit for this one. Let his AM carry his team.
I'm surprised he didn't Yules up the Kunkka there on the way out. A nice swap back will protect Sammy Boy for the moment. Second Yules comes out. A nice blink hoof stomp onto the axe. The BKB is out, and Sammy's just going to go right onto the egg, commit the battle trance, and now a stomp onto the Kunkka as well. Permanently rooted, permanently badged, but boy, that damage reduction doing some work. Mr. Jeans, Torrent Storm doing what he can. 2 HP thanks to the Coco's rum expiring, but yeah, that is so difficult to do, right? I mean, the axe comes down after that call, a great hoof stomp. What do you do at this point? You're gonna go into Roche, right? Maybe they split push on Mandy here, but
yeah, you do nothing. You've got no buyback. You just kind of accept that the enemy's gonna get this, and Monkeys Forever, he helps and he holds base. When you're hitting Monkeys, you're not hitting the tower. That's his logic.
Yeah. Like, look at me scenario.
But his fate will always be to rise again.
Aegis cheese available to put the cheese on the IO, and I'm not sure how they bring down Sammy Boy when he's got the Aegis and he's got Gunner with this cheese at this point. These eggs been pretty big failures. Again, they're just waiting for I feel like they wait for the Berserker's call to finish on the axe and then they commit to the egg, but it should be Infinity that's in charge of that coordination, not Zoomers.
Yeah, and the other thing that I thought was really bizarre is they full commit for this fight while Mandy is bottom lane, right? Like, Mandy had no intention of joining.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have his Abyssal, but he's got a Basher, Halberd, and a Manta. Like, he does offer a lot to these fights, but man, is Sammy Boy doing so much damage. Like he just picked up his 30 damage talent at level 20. Gunner is gonna have his 20 talent, which I'm assuming you go the Spirit's hero damage.
Yeah, that'll probably be it. Actually, maybe not.
25% relocate cooldown. Actually, 20. That's a big cooldown reduction on relocate. Maybe you go relocate. I don't know. I don't really see the IOs lasting this long.
Yeah. If you go spirit damage, he probably wants an Aghanim Scepter just because the spirits come out regularly. But it does help him burst down, like Axe, for example, who doesn't have any magic resistance or immunity. So
Yeah, I mean, he ain't looking for an Ags, man. He queues up a Mjolnir. He's going for that level 25, you know, attack tethered allies target with a Troll Warlord. That's the plan. You know, just 2 machine guns, not just 1.
it definitely is the end game here.
Oh, they got a Paladin Sword over onto the IO now. So to give him that increased amplification and lifesteal. Mid lane, they're pinging it out. I mean, Infinity, they want to try and make a play here. A nice blink call. He's caught the IO on the backside. That's a great initiation. He pops the BKB, though, and he is out. Troll Warlord thrown into the ears by the Yules. Axe just stunned up by himself, but they've targeted Mr. Jeans. A nice Glimmer Cape there, but a blink hoof stop, and there's the dust. Troll Warlord halberded up for the time being, but we'll just end up popping the BKB. Gonna try and bring down the Kunkka, but he's staying alive thanks to that Coco's Rum Prada on the backside, swapped out from Ocean. Underneath the sentry there, we'll find that kill with a nice ranged bash attack there, and no AA ult, no boats. You do have an egg to deal with, but I think Zoomers are ready to go high ground.
There's not a whole lot you can do to shut them down at this point. Troll just has so much attack speed. You haven't done this combo right yet, and you need the AA blast to really be able to bring down this Troll. I feel like he heals up too quickly without it, especially with the gunner arm. Look at him, full HP already.
I just noticed, look at Monkeys Forever. He picked up an Aghanim Scepter for that Stampede, so even if you find that initiation, as long as Stampede is up, I mean, you get 40% damage reduction, and you have the out. Nice blink call. They've caught the Troll Warlord, but where is the follow-up? You're disarmed on Mandy, and Axe just surrounded. The battle trance is out, but he's just Yules disarmed himself. No one can attack. Sammy Boy jumps farther and farther into the base, obviously, because of that battle trance. Now he's going to get pulled back into that X and the boat. Being kept alive for the moment, being a nice swap back. Ocean will get cold. And second disarm coming out. Troll Warlord trying to just back on out. Mr. Jeans, aggressive TP, does catch with the Torrent backside of the fight. Monkeys Forever, all mana burned out. Gunner immediately pops his BKB to stay alive. Thrown into the air once again. Sammy Boy, he has a BKB, back off cooldown. He still has the Aegis, and Gunner's just full healing him. It's doing way too much. They can't bring him down. You gotta focus this. Ione pops the cheese. Oh my gosh. Egg on the backline finally does go off. Stunning Troll Warlord for the time being. He's tanking it up as much as he can, but a nice torrent sends him into the air, and they finally bring him down. Troll Warlord first health. And they get Gunner, though. That is the question. Being kept alive by Husky. A second health, or a second life here on Sammy Boy as he comes back from that reincarnation. Still has BKB. An absolutely chaotic fight, but nobody on the Zoomers dies.
Well, they all get out. I mean, Ocean went down at the start of it. He went back up, but that was like in the previous fight.
Yeah, it's like, was it really this fight?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think they really care that much committing onto that and losing the Aegis, because they'd lose it in another 30 seconds now anyways. And they opened up the tier 3 towers, forced a lot of cooldowns off the enemies. All right, they do smoke up now, but I don't think they're going to find the Troll, and he's the one that matters right now. He's the main hero that you need to bring down.
I think they're realizing in these fights, they're like, okay, we can't kill the Troll Warlord as long as Gunner is alive. Like this Halberd as well as Paladin Sword, and I'm not sure how much you've been watching what Husky's doing. But he's just sitting in the back spamming Mist Coil onto Gunner. It's so funny.
Yeah, I've been watching it.
It's so funny, man. He just heals him up so much. Like that Mist Coil's value, amped obviously off Halberd and Paladin Sword, is just absurd.
Yeah. And then getting swapped out by the Vengeful Spirit every time they go on the Troll, there's just too much keeping him alive.
All right, what do you do on the side of Infinity? It is still a really close game. Like, let's be real here. It's only a 2,000 gold lead, but it is favoring Infinity. Zoomers obviously have that Rax advantage just off that one really, really good fight that they took. Smoke up bottom here. Monkey's stuck on a cliff, but has spider legs, so he doesn't really care too much. I mean, their next big objective on Zoomers has to be Roshan, and I think if you get an Aghanim Scepter on that, it is pretty game-changing. Having a free IO Ags this game seems really nice.
Husky. Going pretty far forward right now. They want to break through this last tier 3, I imagine, but they're happy just sitting around the Roche Pit, biding their time on 4 Zoomers, I imagine.
Yeah, probably a nice little D-Ward there. They do see him in the mid lane for a moment, I think, but right now it is giving them some very important vision of the jungle here. Husky is just gonna fly out over though and be like, yeah, did you guys place any wards recently? Thank you, sir. That's mine. Thank you for the 237 gold. They are smoked up here on the side of Infinity. They will get a nice call, and it's on Centaur Warrunner, so that means no Stampede, but the swap out. Once again, the Stampede mana just not there. The Eggs on the back line doing some work. The Torrent Storm as well. Zoomer's just trying to disengage. Axe will take down Monkeys forever. The relocate doesn't come out in time, and now you're just 2v, you're like 3v1. Like, what do you do?
And you're forced to come back on Isle. Relocate took you out, but
Same boy's coming. He's like, bro, I got you. I got you. Don't even worry about it. BKB from Gunner. Running for their lives. Ocean even TPing in just in case. They do not want to lose these heroes. Mandy, gotta be careful. The Abyssal Blade comes out. He's taking a lot of damage, but the Magic Missile not on the mark. Husky does buy back. They're looking for more. Slowed up Benjaz on the side. Blake available in one. He's gonna get it.
Very close there. But I could have sworn I saw God. Did I? Alright, I'm crazy. I didn't see anything. I didn't see nothing. I thought I saw a rod of an Atos come out of the anti-mage, but nobody has that item.
I was like, oh, what? Might have just been the Wave of Terror.
Yeah.
Or like the Magic Missile, one of the spells there from Venge.
I was thinking, how did he blink out of that item that wasn't there? Was there a Lotus Orb that also isn't in the game? And he spelled it?
Yeah, you know, just a bunch of free items. Don't worry about it. Tier 4 items are coming soon, right? Am I crazy? Yeah,
you're not.
About a minute.
You're not crazy. Another minute and 5 seconds here.
Roshan respawn in a minute 20.
This looks like such an easy game for Infinity. They had everything go so right for them. The top lane went so awkward, but again, it's some of these team fights. Benjaz and Rakiel just not having the coordination to use like the Phoenix Egg and the Berserker call together.
Yeah. I mean, Monkeys just jumps on in, gets a 2-man hoof stop. He's like, all right, I regret my decision. I'm out, guys. Sorry.
That was a joke. Calm down.
He's like, leave me alone. There's the Abyssal Blade out from Manny. They can keep him alive, though. Maybe. Nope, he's going to get brought down. Sable on the backside, looking for the Kunkka. Pops the BKB, the Battle Trance as well, but the Egg on the high ground, it just doesn't matter. They're going to stun him up. Mandy's able to find a kill on the Vengeful Spirit, and now you've lost the Troll. They get the IO as well. It's a disastrous fight for the Zoomers. They're going to lose all 5. Husky, he at least pops the ball on time, but Yule's up into the air. Oh my gosh. This could not be worse timing for the Zoomers. No buybacks available on anybody.
Not just that, Roshan up in 17 seconds, and the next tier of neutral items up right now.
Yeah. Neutral items up. You have DD on anti-mage. They'll have to send something to scout the Roshan. I'm assuming a courier is just going to sit in there. But tier 2 tower top and fall, and Manny's just going to go take your tier 3. I mean, most likely the barracks here as well. I mean, he goes, there's a lot of damage here. He has an E-blade. I didn't even notice that.
And he's got this DD, and he's happy whacking away at this tower here. Again, no buybacks on any of the heroes, as you said. Phoenix probably is scout out Roshan. Come on, head to the pit. Yes.
There it is.
And now they're going to have that as well. They're not going to be able to get out there in time when they do get back. Again, no tier 2 towers, no shrine on your side. They're going to get tier 4 items of racks, if not 2.
They'll definitely get the melee barracks top. I'm surprised they're so afraid, but the idea here is they really want to make sure they can back and take Roshan safely, right? That is way more important. It is an Aghanim Scepter blessing on Roshan here, which, I mean, maybe... Who do you give it to? Phoenix, I'm assuming, or AA's is not the same.
Not AA.
So I'm assuming it's Phoenix's axe.
I mean, it's even really good on the anti-mage. You know what the anti-mage one does now?
Yeah, it locks you out if you get the kill. Like 50 seconds or something, right?
No, 100.
Okay, yeah, he takes it. He's gonna have an Aghanim Scepter. Oh my gosh.
Your highest cooldown skill is increased by 100 seconds when he kills you with Mana Void. Or sorry, if you die within 0.3 second or 1.3 seconds of the Mana Void, and it allows you to stun them for 1.3 seconds.
And he went the Mana Void cooldown at 25 too, so he has a 20-second Mana Void now.
Yeah, and if you die during this, his cooldown is at 100 seconds. So in Troll, that means 190. Or sorry, plus 100 seconds of Battle Trance if you pop it before you die. 190-second cooldown. I believe Vengeful Spirit will have a 100-second cooldown on Nether Swap, which would just like lose them the game.
Oh my gosh. This Ags actually it could be insane. We'll see what happens here as obviously it unfolds, but yeah, the potential. I mean, any of these heroes get caught out by a mana void and die to it, and yikes. I mean, we saw him in the last fight. He just jumps. He jumped the backline, able to just bring down Ocean immediately. And like you said, if he has no swaps, like, how do you actually take this game? Stampede's out. They're wanting to go. Front side of the fight, a nice dust will catch, but a call comes out from BTS, disarmed as well, and like we said, goes on the Vengeful Spirit. The egg is down, the Battle Trance is there. He's trying to bring down the axe, but a nice Force Staff to save him. The E-Blade as well. Troll Warlord in so much trouble. He goes down. They lose the Husky as well. Oh my gosh, Benjaz will stay alive. Gunner relocates back in, but X to pull him back, and this looks like it might be the end of the game here for Zoomers if they have lost about to be their 4th hero. No buybacks on 3 of them. Mandy even finds a DD rune to boot.
Got that last time they wiped the enemy team and took down those towers even quicker. Yeah, and finding exactly what you want, exactly when you need it. This is what should have happened earlier. They weren't getting these Phoenix eggs off. Like,
they just go straight tier 4s.
Kill them.
Look at this, man. The side of Infamous, I think a lot of this game was Infamous all the way. That one fight that helped happen in the bot jungle there was just really unfortunate for them. Zoomers kind of fed after that on the high ground, right? Stampede comes out. He is going to be sent into the air, going to trigger that cold feet. In some trouble as Mandy's just working on to Ocean on the back line. Nice hoof stomp here, trying to bring down Raykill, but it's objective gaming here. Mr. Jeans hasn't looked away from this throne since it started. A nice buyback from Centaur. They're trying to slow this down. They need the Troll Warlord and the IO to come back into it. A nice swap back onto Mandy, but he reflects the stun in the barracks. It's falling. The GGs come out, and Infinity, they do it. They take the game 2 against the Zoomers. The tips onto Sammy Boy. The disrespect. Ah, you love it though. So funny.
Just like that, they tie up another series. I mean, for somebody who manages to tie so often, I don't feel they should be at the bottom of the groups here. We're seeing like a very even series here. The only team that hasn't just, tied up every game, they're undefeated so far, is Quincy Crew.
Yeah, what a great game, man.
Yeah, we saw 2 pretty fun games at the end of the night. It went a lot more sloppy for Infinity there than I thought it would be. Again, for 4 Zoomers, it looked like they basically had it. If you open up this Team XP and net worth, look at about just before 30 minutes in the game, there's up and down over here.
Yeah, that was the team fight in the jungle there, right? Where they just go immediately high ground, take the barracks, and it looked like Zoomers were going to just take off with this game. But immediately after, feed on the high ground there, all 5 heroes. And that, I think that was like Zoomers way back into this game because they were kind of struggling a little bit and ended up not really panning out for them.
It's an excellent day of Dota 2. Fun to watch if you're a Zoomers fan, but it sucks to see them kind of throw that one away. That finishes it for tonight, but I believe there's more Dota going on at BTS 2. I think it's going to be hosted on this channel in just a second.
That sounds right to me. I don't have all of the information, but that does sound about right. We'll be seeing more Dota moving this way here pretty shortly, but that will do it for us here tonight for the BTS Pro Series Season 3 Americas. Congratulations to all the teams today, and thank you BTS and Monster Energy for making the tournament possible. Any final words? Any final thoughts?
I had an awesome time watching today. I'm gonna need to find my wallet, but that's a non-Dota issue, so I suppose that doesn't really count as final thoughts. Looking forward to the matches tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to see, what is it over here? September 14th, Crazy versus Quincy Crew, first thing in the morning. I'm hyped for that. Again, both super strong teams. TI winners versus our TI winner on Crazy versus the strongest team in the region right now, the Americas. So tune into that tomorrow. It should be at 1 p.m. PST, everybody.
That's
all for me.
That's all I got. No Pudge today. Really wish I would have seen it. Just kidding. All right, take care, everyone. You have a great night. Thank you all for watching.